because every leadership book tells you to communicate a lot. But what's important is what you communicate. You know, if you think about it, we have chemicals inside of us that get triggered, and those chemicals can put us on a positive or a negative flight path. If you think about it, cortisol and adrenaline put us on a negative flight path. They kind of get our lizard brain going, and that brings emotions of intolerance and irritability. It makes us memory impaired. It makes us critical and uncreative, and it makes bad decisions when cortisol and adrenaline spike. But on the other hand, dopamine, which is driven by anticipation, creates motivation and attention. Endorphins, which come from humor, can create creativity and focus. And oxytocin comes from empathy, and that drives generosity and bonding. And so you kind of ask yourself, what do you want in a crisis? Do you want bad decisions, or do you want motivation and creativity and bonding? And so what it really comes down to when we're communicating is really one word, and that word is hope. Napoleon once said that a leader is dealer in hope. And this is not irrational hope. This is realistic hope. But you got to keep communicating, and you got to keep communicating about the future and the possibilities in the future, because you don't want your team to get taken over by cortisol and adrenaline, because then it starts creating bad decisions.
Alex, you know, one of the best things to come out of this is a mini course in biology. Thank you.
Well, and that's why I think what you're seeing on so many of our team calls, which is just really heartwarming, is we're doing these Zoom calls, and more humanity is happening on our Zoom calls right now than was happening at work. People's kids are walking in, you know, they're talking about stuff that's going on. They're sharing their embarrassing Zoom call moments. And that is creating oxytocin in us, which creates generosity and bonding. And that's one of the best parts of human nature.